Hi, hello. I wish you a very good day. This video is some kind of complementary to the article I have written regarding the translations. The translations article is both for Angular and React, but in this video we're gonna discuss about the React version. So what is it about? I have written this article that you don't need any library like I18N or whatever, React internationalization, all of those things and solutions to do a great translation job. And in this video, I'm going to show it in practice so you can actually understand that it is really possible to do. Let me make the screen bigger to fit the video kind of, but I think it's visible. So I'm gonna go to the blog section and then go React Native part. So I have to explain a bit that it is not needed really. You need to refactor, you need to keep upgrade, and then like sometimes those libraries are loading the JSON translations over the internet. You see like the screen is broken for a while until it loads. And honestly, at work, a lot of times I have this discussions about what we do with translations, if there are modules and those things. And actually, all of those things are completely avoidable. I'm gonna show it to you why. So we're gonna do two things. We're gonna create a use s and a use locale hook in a project, and then we're gonna just do a translation, and you will see how easy it is. So let me go and create a white app, like white application, something like that. And I'm gonna go to demo 44 just to make it easier for myself, and then npm create white translations React TS. So we just created an empty white project, and we're going to start it in a second when the npm is initialized. And in the meantime, I just go and open it inside VS Code, right, to make it easier for us to work on. So you see, like, the project itself comes with an app, and all I want to do is to make this section translatable. Until that the dependencies are being installed, I'm just gonna go and create those hooks in order that the article suggests. So it says let's create a use locale hook, and I'm gonna create a folder for hooks, and then inside that I'm gonna use locale.tsx and save it, right? And what else we're gonna do? We need to provide that. So, with every context, basically in React, you need to provide it. And what I'm going to do is I want to hold this app to have it. So I'm going to add this app wrapper and then try to import this one, local provider, and then export default the app wrapper. So nothing has happened, basically, nothing special or different. Just basically we wrapped it into this locale thing to provide the current locale to the application. Let's go and start the white app. You see here is still English, and that's perfect. So let's go to the second step and then create the use s hook. I'm just gonna copy it. Then later maybe we can talk a little bit about honestly, I think personally we could put that inside the locale as well, but let's have a separate file to a bit split the concerns. And then we need to have a folder for the strings. And strings is a directory that you will hold your translation keys. And I'm going to call this stringsen.yml. Now this file naming convention is a little bit special. You will see it later on, automatically being used for compiling the file, but I'm gonna put like title equals to app, this one for now, and then later on we will move forward. We created our strings enyml, that's fine. We added our own key, not the one in the tutorial, and we need to use the Fireback language generator for it. It's very important. You don't have to install Fireback for this. You can write a simple Node.js code, but it's just a part of the project that you can do some string generation tool. It's a MISC. You could achieve the same exact thing if you don't want to have that dependency on your building tools. That's totally fine, but I already have installed it, so you need to have this Fireback thingy installed or accessible, the binary. You can get it from torabi.github.com, Torabian Fireback, and you can go to the releases section, and here I have installed the Debian through the package-i. This file and became available, of course, based on the operating system, might be different. Okay, let's go back to our code where we were. We added this strings en, and one more thing is we created the hook strings folder. We don't want to do this. It's already gonna work. We need to make it automated with the VS Code. So one thing we need, and you'll see in a second, is whenever you save any strings en, some files to be generated out of it. So I'm gonna go to settings, JSON, workspace settings, and just add this file here, lines here, sorry. So what it does is basically if you modify in the string whatever.yml, it's gonna run Fireback gen strings for that file. And when that happens is, you see like when I save the en, already created a FA for me, and then the translations in the TypeScript. And it's very useful, so I don't have to go and create this translations.ts manually. So all it does is converts these two YAMLs and keeps the keys into the sync and generate this all. We could skip that part and just have this translations.ts. Nevertheless, let's go and translate this one to Persian. I have not the keyboard at the moment to do it, so I'm just going to use Google Translate for it. And put it in there. That's it. Save. And then if I come here, you see like the text has been reflected, the original is being kept. So you could implement that manually with a Node script or a Python script in your project. Doesn't matter to that level. Basically, that's it. This is all we needed to set up for our translation system. So I'm gonna go and use s and then say use as strings, and instead of the line, so I will have s.title. Now you see it's very interesting because you're using a typesafe system which all keys are being suggested, and then you can do a whole bunch of operations on them. Sometimes people say, okay, there are extra features on those libraries. If you have some placeholders, you can just do basically a replace, like count, and then like whatever the count is, .to string. Yeah, I mean, you can just use that as it is. And I'm gonna go and actually add this count here. Sorry, and then into the Persian in the end, count as well, and that should be it. So yeah, we see that works, but we need to have another button to change the language. It's very obvious. I'm gonna copy this button and then say toggle language, and for that we need to import it from the use locale, and there are some functions here, right? Set locale, and then I'm gonna add the locale here and then say set locale equals to en, then we want Persian, and if not, go back to en. And when I tap on it, you see the language is being changed. So all we've done so far is just to not use any library and then added these two hooks for us. Real quick, it just takes the locale, and then if it checks if the dictionary has that language in it, we'll use that. If not, we'll use the default keys. And then the use locale is a very simple thing. It's just a context. We keep the locale in it. You can extend it, for example, save it to local storage maybe, or fetch it, get it based on the browser configuration, and so on. Like, I mean, you can do whatever you want in there. And yeah, that's what it is. And Fireback tries to keep these keys in sync. As I mentioned, you could write that script, which we added here, like manually. You don't have to use the strings. You can look at the source code and implement your own version. But just make sure you have this run on save plugin. It is very useful and interesting. You don't have to go and watch files. So when just saving it, then make sure your team members have this plugin, and it's gonna write on this file and generate the translations.ts. One important thing is, like, so if you had multiple modules, let's say module 1, and then you have this like module 2, what happens is if you use this kind of structure, then each of them can have their own strings, and like you can, as you might guess now, like have their own content independent of each other. So I use this str alley, and then the other one also can have strings.en.yml, and then content str2 module 32. And yeah, so if I had a component here, for example, then what would happen is I wanted to like use them. I would say const s, use s, and then strings. Now you see, like, there will be a bunch of strings in the project, but always the IntelliSense is just the best and closest one. So just the first one is what we need, and then you see the string 2 is available. Now if I move this project folder into a new project, all the translation keys comes, and then there is no need to a library. You just need to make sure you have this use as, and then like just get the locale in it kind of configured. So you see like how easy it was to do, and then you just save yourself years, maybe in terms of maintaining discussions and all those things. I'm not sure, 30 minutes we talked. Obviously, if you just want to implement it, it's going to take a few minutes. I had to explain every step. Wish you a great day. Hopefully that would be useful for you.